Welcome to a long weekend here in NYU. I have literally nothing to do. A lot of people around me have gone home. I mean, since we have stern kids, usually have Fridays off because we don't have classes, and then Saturday, Sunday, of course, and then Monday is apparently Columbus Day. So we have a 4-day weekend. A lot of people have flown out. Many people live in Jersey, so they just drive to New Jersey too. That just leaves me here alone with nothing much to do. So I found something to do. Do you see that? Now, ignore the very spotty looking screen right now. It's actually much dirtier on camera than it is in real life. It is Friday. It is literally just over noon. And that, if you can't obviously understand Korean, that is Squid Game. Squid Game Season 1, first episode. This is like a global craze right now, isn't it? I mean, Squid Game, I have heard of like 1 or 2 weeks ago from like people around me. They're just like, yo, have you watched Squid Game? I'm like, what's that? And then I searched it out. I was like, oh, so it's Korean, I guess. I was like, that's kind of odd because, you know, not many people around here watch K-dramas. But nah, this one's different. This one is all over the internet right now. Let me prove my point. Let me search up Squid Game memes. I don't care about any spoilers right now because I already, I watched summary videos already, so I know how it ends. Like, I know the entire plot. I usually don't have Netflix. I don't have my own account, that is. I am on my family's account, and I'm using it just to watch this. Because I didn't have Netflix, I'm like, if I don't have Netflix, I'll probably never be able to watch Squid Game. I just watched the entire summaries, like the 9-episode summaries on YouTube, and so I know how it ends, so I don't care about any spoilers. But for you might care about spoilers. See, that has been trending a lot. This whole thing, whatever, Squid Game's Dalgona candy challenges trending on TikTok. But you know what that is, right? I don't know if you guys realize, but that is the same thing as the Dalgona coffee craze that's been going on like recently. Not recently, it's old news now, but see, I don't know what the whole deal with that was, but apparently that was a thing. I actually don't like this. I don't like this candy. It's bitter. It's not that sweet. I've tried it once or twice, I think, and I really didn't like it. You burn sugar and then you solidify it. I don't know, it was bitter to me. But yeah, it's such an international craze, even here in America, that even Netflix says it's gonna like go to #1 of all time, which in my opinion, it's like crazy because I knew like Stranger Things was huge, wasn't it? So like this is like on a whole new level. It's that big right now. One of the actresses of the series, her name is Jung Ho-yeon. On Instagram, she apparently had 400,000 followers. And now she has over 17 million, which is over 40 times. And that's in the span of like a month. Yeah, and now she has the most followers of any Korean actress. That is insane. From this one series, and she has like insane amount of likes. This is crazy. That has like over 10 million. I can't wrap my head around how big this is and how a Korean series has just gotten so popular, you know? So yeah, I might know what the plot is. I might know how the story ends. I might know the entire storyline, but I think this deserves a full run through, a full marathon watch party for today because I have nothing better to do. No classes, no deadlines, no homework, no upcoming midterms. This is the perfect day to watch this. Oh, by the way, I think a good thing to mention is that I never binge watch shows. This is gonna be the sole exception to that. I think since there are 9 episodes and each one is about like, I don't know, they say it's like less than an hour, like 40 to 50 minutes. I think it's gonna range anywhere from 7 to 9 hours. So since right now is noon, by the time this ends, it's gonna be like 9 or 10 maybe. It's gonna be a big one. I'm so ready for it. All right, starting episode 1 right now. Damn, we just finished the first episode of Squid Game, and that was crazy. If you watch the summary, you don't actually hear what happens in the movies. You only hear the narrator. You don't really get to see like the atmosphere, the music or whatever. You can't hear anything like that. So this is a very interesting like perspective of the whole thing. The game where you have to stop and go. In Korean it's like I hear its English version is like red light, green light, which sounds a lot less interesting. That sequence in this first episode was like completely ominous. It's so not what I was expecting. Also, if I'm not mistaken, I think the music producer for this series is the same guy who made the music for Parasite, Jung. I recognize that name. Yep. he made Parasite, so the music production for Squid Game and Parasite, they're done by the same person. And I was kind of taken aback because the music production in Squid Game is so much more different than the one in Parasite, because Parasite's more classical. You call it like fake Baroque or whatever. But in here, it sounds more like recorder sounds, you know, in the taxi sequence. Completely different music style. Let's skip to episode 2, shall we? Damn, they're really good at like cliffhangers, aren't they? It is definitely escalating. And the series is great to watch because, you know, it's in Korean. I'm Korean, I'm very fluent. It's my native language. I can understand everything they're saying without subtitles. I have heard something about the English subtitles. It doesn't like accurately deliver the dialogue in Korean, apparently. So I'm glad I don't have to rely on English subtitles. But I did get a text message from a friend and I'm gonna be meeting them up. So I guess we're gonna be taking a little break from the marathon.
We're taking over Andrew's channel. We want Chick-fil-A back.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's true.
Bring Chick-fil-A back.
I just like how there's a pumpkin behind it too. It's like,
Yeah.
just nothing professional.
Like and subscribe.
That's
Thank
right.
you for coming.
Make sure
we'll be
you
doing
click on that bell, smash that like button, and make sure to comment.
Yeah, comment down below.
Doing all the work for me. And cut. Okay, it's 2 hours later. I hung out with my friends in my suite for 2 hours, which is hilariously long. I had to go for lunch, but now it's not lunch anymore. It's over 4:30. I need to go get dinner. And I had it planned since yesterday, you know, what best to eat with Netflix watching. And I figured it's gonna be definitely the McDonald's. Okay, we got our food from McDonald's. It's a lot. Wow, they went really conservative on the fries though. We have 2 burgers with us today. And we have a large Sprite, as you can see here. And now we are finally ready to resume our watching marathon. Ready for episode 3. I just finished episode 3. It is insane. Oh my god, actually hearing the dialogue and the music, the whole performance of this whole series definitely shines a different light. If I had to pick something unrealistic about Squid Game, this has a lot of guns, and Korea has like almost no guns. That would be like the only unrealistic thing ever. It kind of feels more like an American concept, so I'm so surprised that a Korean like a production involves such a fresh idea like this. Okay, I guess we'll move on to episode 4 now. Wow. Again, I swear to God, they end at the most cliffhanger moments. Honestly, if I didn't know the plot, I'd be dying to go and watch the next episode. You know what I kind of want though? It's a cup of bubble tea, which I think is going to be absolutely perfect for watching Netflix. Can I have a medium honey milk tea with bubbles, please?
5 honey milk tea.
Oh, thank you. Literally, that is so close. Alumni's right there. It's right across the street. We have our bubble tea right here. And now we're going to start episode 5. That is the end of episode 5. We are actually officially over halfway through the entire season. This is very, very new to me, and I know people who like constantly binge watch series. For example, if a new season of a really popular series come out, for such as Stranger Things, I know people who just sit down on the day it comes out, just marathon the whole thing. And as of when I'm speaking, it is almost exactly 8 o'clock. We still have 4 episodes left. Each episode does seem to be an hour, not 40 to 50 minutes. So I think I definitely underestimated how long this would take. This, at current pace, is gonna take until over midnight. Let's keep going. Who would have thought that a game of marbles could be that, what's the best word? Very dramatic. I think episode 6, the one I just watched, is potentially the most heartbreaking episode of Squid Game. Like the fact that you have to go against people you're close with. That is like a great mental dilemma, you know? Okay, right now it's a bit over 9 o'clock. We have 3 episodes left, 7, 8, and 9. I got a shower right now. Yeah, before it gets too late. Little hiatus from marathoning. I'm back from my shower. As you can see, my hair's all wet. I still can't help but think about episode 6 and what just happened. I mean, it's so unpredictable. You don't know who's gonna win until the very end. It just devotes an entire hour to marbles. And, you know, some are like going for cutthroat competition. They just want to destroy each other. There's betrayal, there's deception, and then there's sacrifice too. The way you can see these, I guess, different types of behaviors from people, I guess, in this one game, but you can see it from multiple perspectives. I think that's a really good selling point of this episode. There we go. We dried our hair. Now let's continue on with episode 7, shall we? Damn. What an episode. 6 and 7 back to back. What great episode. That glass blowing up sequence, like fireworks, that sequence with like the slow motion shot, that's a great shot. Wow, such a good slow-mo shot. Also like the drums, I thought it was like something straight out of Whiplash. I thought the episode was gonna end right there, like as the glass is like cutting through like skin and hair. I thought it was gonna like black and then like credits roll. I think episode 7 was single-handedly the most anxiety-inducing episode of Squid Game. Imagine yourself in that situation trying to choose 50% chance for 16 pains, is it? Oh my god, that is seriously sweaty palms-ish. Also, just me, but I just wanted to mention this right now. The sets in this series is very pretty. The colorful maze where they just walk through, and it seems like something straight out of a video game because of like all the different perspectives. That is like probably my favorite set so far. I don't know how they filmed this, like if they actually got like a huge room or if some things are green screen, maybe they're green screen, who knows? Maybe they don't actually have a huge room like that. But I want to believe, man, that the colorful staircase maze thing, I want to believe that's real. Also, can I just say that the front man, the role, the black mask, has a really nice voice. I know the actor behind it.
Frontman speaking.
Also, pretty good English. He is fluent in English because he's had some Hollywood roles too.
I've never imagined I could participate in this original Hollywood Western movie.
Speaking of which, episode 8 is titled Frontman. That was the end of episode 8, everybody. I have so many things to say about that episode. I can't get over the death of her. When I first heard of this show, I thought the game would end up as like a group of people winning, not like a single person, you know? When I saw that she died in the 8th episode, I was like, holy shit. Like, she seems like one of the side characters with a lot of potential, you know? You think a character like that is gonna survive, but no, apparently not. I will tell you though, a character who I think did survive, and it's Junho. You know, we actually never see him die. He got shot in the shoulder, chest area, like here, and then he fell down. No body. The camera didn't show anybody, maybe like a little ripple in the water. There was no body though. I just don't think he might have died. I think if there is a season 2, which there probably is gonna be, I think in season 2, Junho might appear to seek revenge or something like that. I think he did not die. If Gally from the Maze Runner survived and then came back in like the death cure or whatever, there is a very big chance that Junho is still alive. Freaking Gally in the Maze Runner got stabbed in the chest with a spear, and then he still lived like 2 films later. And if someone comes back from that, you know that Junho, after getting shot in the chest, he most definitely survived that. Nah, that's just my conspiracy theory. But poor Taebyul, well, she died for sure, obviously. There's no coming back from being stabbed in the neck. Kinda sad, honestly. Like, I thought she was gonna make it, separate the money with a group of people, but no, that's not how they did it. And of course, the front man, big reveal, Lee Byung-hun, of course, the very famous Korean actor. Kind of reminds me of the rich dad from Parasite. You know, he's Lee Sung-yoon, very buttery voice. He's famous for his voice, by the way.
일단은 뭐 대본을 보기 전에 감독님과 강우 형님이 저한테 제안을 하셨을 때 좀 믿기지 않았고요.
It is 11 right now, and the last episode is 55 minutes long. We will end exactly at midnight, it seems. So let's get started.
Fly me to the moon and let me play among the stars. Let me see what's
That marks the end of our marathon. And would you look at that? It's exactly 12. We started at 12 at noon, and it is now 12 at midnight. It took us 12 hours. Hey, and as you can see right there, it says today's top 10 content in America. Number 1 is Squid Game. Among the other American series, Squid Game, number 1. Wow, so much potential for season 2, because he's like, I'm gonna expose the hell out of your organization. And then he walks out of the plane, which I kind of wish he did go into the plane, because, you know, it'd be nice to kind of see his family again for him. But no, he just chose to seek revenge instead. Great cliffhanger, obviously. We're probably gonna get a season 2. Now let's talk about the title a bit, Squid Game. It is a literal translation, surprisingly, of the Korean title. The Korean title is 오징어 Game. 오징어 is squid, game is obviously game. So it's very, very literal. It's not a metaphor or anything. And as you saw in the show, if you watched the show, apparently there is this game called a Squid Game, which I have never heard about. I know this is like an old game, but you know, when we were young, we would play old games too, like What Was Pi었습니다 or Red Light, Green Light, Freeze, or Go. We have played a lot of different things, but never, ever heard of Squid Game, which is why it took me by surprise, you know, just to hear that there is a Korean game out there that I have not played before. I also think Sang-woo's death, one of the most heartbreaking deaths in this series. Love the twist at the end, of course, that, you know, you think the old man is dead, but nope, he survived. It's kind of like the twist for And Then There Were None by Agatha Christie. Justice Wargrave, the one who like set everything up. But yeah, hoping for a successful season 2 as well. This series, again, has gone out of control here in America. I hear the cast has been shown on Jimmy Fallon. And also, English subtitles to kind of touch on that subject. I don't think the English subtitles were that bad. I didn't have them on most of the time. I probably had them on for about, you know, the entire 9 episodes, maybe 3 minutes total, just to kind of see, you know, kind of repeat what I didn't catch. They weren't that bad. I don't know why there's criticism about the English subtitles not being accurate or not being able to convey the actors' you know, Korean messages translated well into English. I don't know why there's critique about that, because based on what I read, I think they were pretty good translations so far. But that's just my take on it. Obviously, I didn't have subtitles on the entire show, so I wouldn't exactly be the expert on that. But yeah, great series. Definitely would recommend. If you didn't watch Squid Game, you should go watch it. It is a very fresh, novel concept of a show, and I feel like most of you would enjoy it. It is pretty violent though. There has been a lot more violence and gore and blood than I imagined, but definitely doesn't stop it from being a good series. Just as a side note, I also want to mention just a few more things about Squid Game and the cast especially. When I first looked at the cast online, when I searched them up, I was actually surprised at how little of the cast I knew. So I was expecting like a lot of actors that I already knew, but that wasn't the case. I knew Lee Jung-jae because he's a pretty famous actor. He's in many movies. He is the main character, by the way. I didn't know Lee Byung-hun was gonna be in the movie, but I obviously knew him because he's probably even more famous. I don't know. And I was very surprised at the fact that I had never seen the rest of the cast, and that's what I found very unique. And I actually just found in a interview video that the director actually wanted to cast people that weren't well known yet. If I talk more about the characters, I love the main character. I know people online were like, he's not a good father. Taebyok, obviously, very cold-hearted, very aloof, very standoffish, but of course very like tough, you know. And yeah, Sang-woo is a dick because he just betrayed everyone. I feel very, very bad for Ollie because he did so many good things and he got backstabbed in the end. The gangster was like the real asshole though. Honestly, I think the character I hated kind of the most I guess, was Hanminyo, the really annoying one. Yeah, she did take out the gangster, but Jesus Christ, she was so annoying throughout the entire series. But yeah, the cast and the characters were so great. Of course, I don't think we can forget about Jiyoung. Probably one of the most heartbreaking deaths, honestly, because it was a very, very sad moment. Yeah, I think that's the end of this video of me just binge watching and doing a marathon of Squid Game. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see you guys later. If you enjoyed, leave a like, comment, subscribe, and of course, I'll catch you guys in my future videos, and goodbye.